because ICT is something that is used by everyone. ICT means information and communication technology on a daily basis, and you all know due to pandemic also people have shifted towards digital, their work as well as entertainment and education. So this makes this topic all the more important because currently ICT is at its boom, so you should know basics about this chapter so that you can cover in the examination. So the first question here is, PDF is an abbreviation for. So as I already told you that abbreviation is a very important part of your examination. Usually there is one question must from abbreviation. So there are some important topics that some important terms like here it's PDF. They can also ask you about JPG. So these are some important and you should know them thoroughly. Then here since they are asking what is the full form of PDF. So PDF means, student, it means portable document file. So when you want to transfer some document, you usually make it in some other format, but the most convenient while sending is PDF, because you cannot make changes to a PDF file. Okay, it is non-editable. So whatever you are making it, it stays as it is. That is why PDF is very important, right? And the extension for PDF file is .pdf. Okay. Next question. A collection of 8 bits is called. So what is the collection of 8 bits they are asking over here? You have to tell. Some options that are given to you, those are byte, word, file or folder. So what is a collection of 8 bits? So this question is also very simple. The collection of 8 bits is known as a byte. Okay. So these are memory. The smallest is called bit. I'll tell you over here. The smallest unit of information is called a bit. Then come, students, nibble. Okay. Then you have your byte. Then you have kilobyte. Then you have megabyte, gigabyte and terabyte. Okay. So from your net perspective, you should note till here. So there are numerous beyond this also. You have zettabyte, petabyte. Uh, so that is not important. Till TB you should know. And one nibble is equals to 4 bits. One byte is equals to 8 bits. So this is the question. The question has asked about this. Then you have how much is 1 KB? It is 1024 bytes. Students, 1024 is also written as 2 to the power of 10. Okay, when you multiply 2 10 times, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 means 10 times. When you multiply 2, you get 1024. So usually we say that 1 KB is equals to 1000 bytes, but that is not true. Generally we say it, but the accurate number is, because it is close enough to 1000, we say it 1000, but it is actually 1024. Okay. Then your 1 MB is 1024 KB. The same goes for 1024. 1 GB is equals to 1024 MB and 1 TB is equals to 1024 GB. So these days people usually when they buy laptops, they want their hard disk in TB. So because it gives you a lot of space. You see 1024 GB, that is really huge. You can store so much data using this. Okay. So byte is a collection of 8 bits. You should remember this thoroughly from your exam perspective. Anything can be asked from this. This table you should know. Next question is, who played an important role in developing the first supercomputer in India? Who developed, who played a major part in developing the first supercomputer in India? The right answer over here is Vijay Bhatkar. Option D is the right answer. Okay. Next term is, it is a unique number identifier used to specify a particular host computer on a network. What is it? So, which is the number that is used to differentiate? Like in a network, for example, internet is a type of network. Everybody knows. So, how many devices are there on the internet? We cannot even number the number of devices. Why? Because that would be in crores. Because people have computers, so many people have laptops, then you have mobile phones. So, how are these devices going to be separated or differentiated on this network? Like there is a computer, then you have your laptops. Okay, these are the laptops you have, then people have these smartphones. So how are we going to differentiate between these devices? It is all because of IP address. Okay, so what is IP address? IP address is used to differentiate between devices. The full form of IP is known as internet protocol. Okay, and this is very important. A question from IP address, you can expect this in an examination. So this question is also pretty important. Also, if you want to check the IP address of your laptop or computer, what you can do is you can in the start button, when you press start, you can write CMD. CMD means command prompt, and if you write ping over there, PING, this is the command that gives you the IP address of your system. Okay. Next, which of the following monitors user activity on the internet and transmits that information into the background to someone else? That is malware, spyware, worm, or virus. What is it? Which of the following? It reads whatever you are doing on the internet, like if you are sending some email or if you are searching something on the internet, and that information it is giving to someone else. So that is done by spyware. The right answer is option B. So you know the meaning of spying. What is the meaning of spy? Spy means when you keep an eye on someone. Okay, that is called a spy. So spyware is that. So spyware is something that tells you about what you are doing to someone else. So you are doing something on the system, and this spyware is telling it to someone else. So what they can do is they can they can take information and they can misuse it for their own benefit. So that is a spyware. Firewall is used for authentication, security, data transmission, or monitoring. So what is the use of firewall? Firewall is used for security. Okay, when you are working in a company, in an organization, so what they are trying to do is they do not want their information to leak out to others. What work they are doing, their confidential information, they don't want to tell it to everyone. So they put a firewall, which is like of security. It is like a wall that protects from the people, those who are not working in that company, in that organization. Okay. Next is a computer program that converts an entire program into machine language is called a Right answer is compiler. In our last class also we had seen this. Or in that class also I had told you, and I'll repeat it again, that the difference between compiler and interpreter is that interpreter converts the program line by line. Okay, you will not mark this option interpreter unless and until you see these words in the question. Okay, also they can also write it as statement by statement. So this question was asked about interpreter. A question was asked in UGC NET 2020. A question was asked where they had asked about a computer program that converts an entire program line by line into machine code. That time the answer will be interpreter, but here it will be option C, compiler. Okay. Microprocessors are switching devices for which generation computers? Microprocessors. So what is the meaning of generation, you might think over here? Generation is something, students, when the computers are differentiated on the basis of hardware. Then it is called first generation, second generation, different generation. The first generation computers were the one where it used vacuum tubes. Okay, you should know these things. These can be asked in the examination. So in the first generation computers, vacuum tubes were used. In the second generation computers, transistors were used. The third generation computers, integrated circuits. You might have heard ICs. We say IC, right? So that is integrated circuit. And the last and final, fourth generation computer, it uses microprocessor. Okay, got it? So this is also very important, that you should know that in which generation computer which type of hardware device was used. Okay, right answer is D. Which of the following is an example of operating system? So here you have been given four examples of operating system. Four four options have been given actually, and you have to say that which is an example of operating system. So what is an operating system, you must be thinking? Operating system is a software that manages computer hardware and software. So it is that software on which other applications run, right? So what is operating system? It is the task of, it does the task of managing, like like Unix is an operating system. Okay, Linux is an operating system. Mac, this is an operating system of Apple. Okay, Mac is the short form of Macintosh. Mac OS. But internet is not an example of operating system. Why? Because internet is a browser. And what is the task of browser? Browser helps you to connect to the internet. For instance, Netscape Navigator, Internet Explorer. आपने इन सब के बारे में सुना होगा. ये सारे कुछ examples हैं. And for your exam perspective, I would like to specifically tell you that you should know the examples of these things, like operating system. What are the various types of operating system? If they're talking about browser, you should know what are the famous browsers, which was the first browser. Like the answer is Internet Explorer. So all these things, that it is very important. So here you see the answer is 1, 2 and 4. Okay, option C is the right answer. Next is, a computer consists of a central processing unit, a memory unit, input and output unit, all of the above. So what does an computer comprise of? A computer comprises of a CPU, we all know. There should be memory, okay, where data is stored. You need input and output units. Input devices are your joystick, then your keyboard, your mouse. All these are your input devices. And your output device, you have numerous output devices. You have monitor, printer, okay, these are. So in your exam, one more thing I would like to tell you, they can give you like a list 1, list 2. Usually match the calling is very much asked in your examinations. So what they can give you here is, they can tell, for instance, they can say output device. Here they can put output device. Here they can say browser, okay. Then they can say operating system, and they can say input device, okay. And then you have to match these things, like keyboard, then they can say Linux, then they can say monitor, and out output device. What is left? Okay, Internet Explorer. What you have to do is, for these match the following, you have to match output device. What is output device? You have your monitor. Browser, you have Internet Explorer. Operating system is Linux. And input device is keyboard. So in just one single question, in just one single question, they have tested everything, all the knowledge they have tested for you. So this is very important, match the following, because in-depth knowledge is needed for your net examination. Not, you cannot study superficially and you think that you can clear the examination. It's very important to know the basic concepts and in-depth knowledge for your examination. So in this question, the right answer becomes option D. Option D is the right answer, which is all of the above. Okay. The time of the class is 8:45. Okay. So for your UGC NET preparation, we have brought for you 40 mock tests with solution PDF. Many students are asking that to provide mock tests for examination because it helps you to practice. So we have brought for you 40 mock tests and ebook with notes of all the units. Also, you have video lectures and video lecture through MCQs. You have MCQs on each unit. Also, there are previous year's questions. 20 tests you have in exam form. Okay? You all know that practicing previous year's question for any exam is very important. So we have brought the test papers of 2010 June till 2019 December. All the papers we have brought for you in exam form, which will help you to get the target of 75 plus in paper 1. So the registration of batch 1 has begun. You can download the Global Online University app and select UGC NET, or you can contact on the WhatsApp group. Fees is 2000 only. We have mock test for economics with 10 tests along with solution PDF at 999. You can contact these numbers on the screen. The same we have for English literature also, where you have 10 mock tests with answers at 999, which is available on both Global Online University app, or you can join our WhatsApp group. So if you have any doubts and queries, do let us know and come in the class tomorrow. The time will be 8:45 p.m. So we'll meet then. If you have any suggestions also, Don't hesitate in writing in the comment section. Okay? Bye.